But so today we are going to be, obviously yoga is a practice of loving every cell of your body, right? So this is kind of where it took me, and we're going to see if we can find out a little bit deeper the relationship that we have with our own bodies, our minds, and if we can kind of play, hey Jack, if we can discover a little bit deeper even the koshas. So that's where we're going to go today. So I'd like you to go ahead and start seated on your glutes and a seated up tall position. And let me stop the sharing and come back to regular video. Good morning. And just close your eyes and just begin to come into your breath. Begin to arrive in what we call in yoga, this is a really cool word, I like it, Annamaya kosha, which is your outermost layer of your physical body, and begin to feel the outlines of your physical body. So the body is in yoga divided into 5 koshas, and the Annamaya kosha is the first one in which we develop this relationship with. And then through the practice of yoga, you can come deeper and deeper and deeper into the koshas until you're ultimately in the kosha called the Anandamaya kosha, which is where you reach samadhi, that bliss. So today, as we go through the poses, I'd like you to see what relationship you have with the poses. You're going to feel some things, some contradictions, some judgments, and hopefully a little bit of release. But keep coming back to that relationship of each pose and what it does for you. Begin to breathe in and out through the nose only. Begin to breathe and where you create that audible sound of ujjayi breath in your throat. And imagine it is so audible now that someone in the room next door could hear it. So this is the very beginning of the practice of the breath, the pranayama. And then as we begin to move with the breath, with the body, with this relationship of these koshas, the levels or the veils of our body, the breath will become quieter, but it will still be there. It will be audible and felt to ourselves, but maybe not to the room next door, right? Good. Let's go through 5 more. As you begin to collect feedback from the body, as we begin to bring movement into the body. Good. Please come into tabletop and come into your first downward dog. Spread your fingers wide, roll your shoulders back and down, and bend through one knee, and then straighten the other. And stay very relevant with your breath, but maybe a little bit less of a high decibel. And then, of course, bend the other leg and do the same thing. We're going to discover the relationship of the body as we move through all of the planes of the motion motions and challenge the body to withstand stress, exhaustion, and change of perspective. All that is very necessary to get through things, right? Go ahead and still your downward dog. Take a full inhale through the nose. A full exhale through the nose. Look forward and step forward with the right foot, then the left foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Keep the connection of the stomach. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Hands over your head. Gaze goes upward. Shoulders come forward. And then exhale, hands by the hips. Good. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up again. Exhale, sink into Utkatasana, chair pose. Take 5 breaths in chair pose, and you can do any variation of chair pose with the pelvic tucked in or out, whatever you want to play with. They're both acceptable, and they're both depending on your style and your body type. Good. And then on the next exhale, please forward fold, hands to the ground. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step it back with both legs, plank pose, and hold there. 5 breaths, plank pose. Create this relationship of stability, of strength, of structure. Feeling that statue, I think someone said yesterday, that certainty and steadiness. Good. On your next exhale, all the way down to the floor, chaturanga, belly to the ground. Immediately inhale, cobra, you got it, or up dog, stay here, 5 breaths. Keep onto the top of the feet. I'm not sure, I can't see the back. Yep, Kara's got it, good. Stay onto the top of the feet, and then start to bring your gaze over the top of your nose. Continue with the breath. Good, exhaling, downward dog. Make your way back, staying 5 breaths in downward dog. Good, so we're gonna move like this, taking our time through each posture, and then we'll of course build the heat, that power, that strength that we need, right? Or that we crave sometimes. We're gonna inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky. Stay there, exhale. Bring the left heel flat down to the ground, but keep the right leg internally rotated. Keep breathing, keep hugging the ribs in, keep hugging the shoulders internally, slight bend to the elbow. Good. And then with the next exhale, bring the right foot flat in between your hands. Get your hips nice and low. Reach with the left heel back and create that length in the back of the body. Make sure your legs aren't scissored, so it looks like they're on a bounce beam. You want your feet hip distance apart here as well. There you go, Jack. And then try to get that knee ahead of that shoulder, so you don't want your knee back. Vicky, you're perfect. Yep, Kara, you're good. Deb, you're good. Jack, get it inside. Yeah, there we go. So we want it nice and low on the inside, not behind. Otherwise, your hips aren't sunken. Good, there you go. And then make your way back, downward dog. Just building this strength and this posture awareness, breath awareness. Left leg goes up to the sky. Good. Get the right heel flat. Internally rotate that left leg high and integrate your inner thighs. Pull your navel in and bring your gaze to your belly button. All of this happening while you're here in a 3-legged dog. With the next exhale, bring the left foot flat between your hands. Yes, there it is, Jack. Good job, girl. Reach with the right heel back. Get strong and lengthen. I want you to reach with your spine to the front of the room or towards the camera. Have a direction in which you're trying to go. Feel everything in the middle of the body get strong. Good. One more inhale. Plank pose, exhale to chaturanga. All the way down. Yep, up dog. Open it up. And then back to downward dog. Stay here for 5 breaths. Each breath representing a kosha or a layer of the body. Make contact and feel the physical body. The next kosha, the pranamaya kosha, the energetic body. Then the manomaya kosha, the level of the mind. Then the vishnamaya kosha, the intellect, awareness, and intuition. And then maybe if you can sink deep into the third eye, the anandamaya kosha, or contentment. Okay, bring your gaze between your hands. Bend your knees, take a deep inhale. Exhale, jump to the top of your mat. Good, folding. Inhale, we halfway lift. Good. And then exhale, step it back, right leg. Get low. Inhale, we lift all the way up, crescent lunge. And then exhale, reach it back. Create a nice big back bend. Inhale, back up to crescent lunge. Exhale, hands come flat. Inhale, right leg comes high, standing splits. Bring the nose down towards the knee. Good, step the right leg all the way back again, coming high into crescent lunge. And then all the way up to standing right knee in front of the stomach. Step the right leg, or really reach the right leg all the way back, warrior 3 pose. Hold here, 5 breaths. And see if you can lift your right leg higher than you typically do. See if you can lift your heart space higher than you typically do. And challenge yourself, send the hands out in front of you. Going away from the middle of the body. Good. Step the right foot all the way back to that crescent. And then make your way down and back, chaturanga. To cobra, or up dog, and downward dog you go. Good. Again, touch the sheets of the body. Touch the physical, the energy, the intellectual, the emotional, the bliss. All of that makes and takes you through the journey of the practice of yoga. Here we go. Left leg up to the sky. Left foot flat between your hands. Right leg goes all the way up. Nose goes towards the knee. Right knee goes in front of the stomach, standing. Warrior 3, right leg goes back. Pull the navel in, lift the right leg higher, lift the heart space higher, maybe reach the hands in front. Holding, breathing, gazing. Right toe all the way back, crescent. And then hands come down. Plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Taking 5 breaths in down dog. And think about the layer of the body, the kosha of the body, the level of awareness that is most hard for you to reach. Bring that into your third eye. Bring an image of that to you. Even if you don't know if it's exactly right, it doesn't matter. Have an intention there. Good. Bend the knees. Look forward. Hop to the top of your mat. And inhale, we lift halfway. And then exhale all the way down. Inhale, lift it all the way up, hands over your head. And exhale, hands by your sides. Adding on. Inhale, lift the arms high. Utkatasana, fierce pose, come into your chair. Hold here, fierce pose. Make sure the inner thighs really activate. Stay low and bring the right ankle on top of the left quad. Keep going lower. And then bring the hands flat down in front of the right shin. I want you to bend the elbows as if you were going to jump back, but don't. Just keep the left heel lifted. And then I want you to think about doing a cow pose, right? Hugging the navel a lot. Hook the right toes around the left arm and just kind of play with this bouncing, this feeling of unsteadiness. Good. And then go ahead and bring the right knee up in front of the stomach. Press through the left foot. Make your way into an advanced warrior 3. Good. Right ball mount down to the floor, crescent. And then down we go, plank chaturanga. Open up the heart space and downward dog. Think back at that short little sequence. And if any of it did something different to you, what trigger did it bring to your mind, to your body? What level were you at? What were you picking apart like a jigsaw puzzle? Inhale, left leg to the sky. Left foot flat between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Good. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, bring the right foot forward between the hands. All the way up, mountain pose. Exhale, chair pose. Left ankle on top of the right quad, sink low. Belly tight, sink lower. And then bring the arms in front of the left shin and play with lifting the right heel up. Kind of bounce forward and back. You should feel deep stretch through your left glute. And then it's going to be deep strength through your right. Good. Okay, then go ahead and get that right heel down. Strengthen through the right leg. Lift to standing, left knee in front of your stomach. Advanced warrior 3 pose, or Virabhadrasana 3. Find your directive, pull your navel in, flex your toes. Good, crescent lunge, left toe way back. Good, hands down, plank. Lower, chaturanga, up dog. Downward dog. Listen to the ujjayi breath. Make it audible again like we did at the very beginning of class. Let it drown out any distraction. Remove yourself with the pratyahara of the practice. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bring the right foot flat between your hands. Rise, crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, hands come flat. Step the left foot forward. Forward fold. Chair pose, rise. Sink. Right ankle, left leg. Go lower. Hands come flat. And now we're going to build on here. Hook the toes around the left bicep. Hug it in your navel, right? Think of that pose, that cat-cow pose. Hug, hug, hug. And then I want you to lean forward and see if maybe that left foot comes off the floor. Lean forward and hold it into focus. Make yourself really small and compact. One more. Good. And then left foot down, left heel down, right knee up in front of the stomach. Advanced warrior 3, right leg back, reach forward, belly tight. Back to that crescent lunge. Right toes down. Hands come down. Step back to the plank. You can skip chaturanga at any time. Cobra. Challenge yourself though, downward dog. Challenge yourself not necessarily physically. It could be energetically. It could be the level of the mind. It could be the intellect, the intuition, the bliss. Find that thing that keeps you motivated and the shirts come off. Good. Left leg goes up to the sky. Left foot flat between your hands. Find that fire. Inhale. Right? Exhale. Hands come down. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, chair, sink, exhale. Left ankle, right quad. You move back. Go low. Hands come down. Hook your toes on the outside of the arm. Squeeze it in. Yep, your shin is right on top of your left tricep. And then curl yourself up like a tight little ball. And see if you can lift the right foot off the ground. We do that 3 times. Fire it up. Imagine your nose dripping with sweat, because it might get there. One more time. And then we press the right heel to the floor. Left knee in front of the stomach, hands over your head, most advanced. Left leg goes back, shoot the arms forward. Warrior 3, belly tight. Good. Left ball knot back, crescent. Hands release. Plank. You're gonna hate these chaturangas, right? That's my relationship with my body. And then downward dog. Okay, 3 breaths. Audible breaths. Right leg goes up to the sky. Right foot goes flat between your hands. Crescent lunge, arms go up. Hands come down, fold. Left foot forward. Inhale, chair. Exhale, right ankle on the thigh. Forward fold, hands flat. Make your way with the left heel, adding on to at this point. Hug in the belly, hug the arm, and we're gonna fly. Keep lifting, lifting. Maybe left leg goes back, right leg goes back. Chaturanga, cobra, and downward. Good. So it's this flying pigeon action we're doing. This freedom of this pigeon, of the awareness. Left leg into the sky. Left foot flat between your hands. Good. Warming up. Always pull in from the middle. Inhale, press it. Good. Exhale, palms come down. You got it. Step the right foot forward. Folding. Chair pose, we inhale. Good. Okay. Left ankle, right quad. The hands come down. The heel comes up. The right heel to start. Get that middle, that belly, that lower core, that fire. We begin to lift the right foot and then see if you can shoot it back. Left leg meets it. Chaturanga, up dog or cobra. And then pause in downward dog. And just assess the ability to go from front to back like a seesaw. Maybe even bring an image of you being on a seesaw when you were a kid. That fear-freeness, that up and down, and then trying to find that center, that limbo, right? You've got 2 people on the same weight side, holding it in center. Okay, go ahead. Look between your hands, bend both knees, get super light, and hop to the top of your mat. Good, fold. All the way up we go, mountain pose. And then hands down by the sides. Kind of do a check with your body internally. Make your big toes touch. Make sure your tailbone, right, is even with your heels. That your belly is in, your shoulders are back. Your awareness is inside. Turn inward for validation, not outward. Go in, see in, feel in, smile in. Inhale, we lift the arms up. Immediately sink down, chair pose. Hold chair pose, belly tight. Good, we're gonna twist to the outside now. Hands to the heart center. Left elbow outside the thigh. Hook that arm right out there and bring the thumbs right into the middle. Get lower. Keep going. And then roll to the front of the balls of your feet. Lift the heels and stay in that bind. Try to balance. Good. Bring the left hand down flat onto the mat. Lift the right arm open. Good. Bring the right arm to your lower back, please. As if you were gonna bind around the left thigh if it doesn't make it there. Good, stack. Stack your shoulders. And then go ahead and inhale, lift the right arm. Bring the hands back in front of the body. Sink low, lift chair. Lift right knee up. Warrior three, send it back. Navel always in. Soften those tensifying muscles of the traps. Right ankle on the left quad again. Come low. Flex the right toes. Hands come down. You've been here before. And then we're going to add on. So find that balance. Lift the left foot. Lift the left foot all the way into the sky. But you have to keep that right toe bound around that left tricep. So I'm going to put my top of my head down to get it going first. And then the goal is to somehow get the head up. And then once you played with that, bringing it back in. Holy macaroni. Lifting up again, right knee up in front of the chest. Crescent lunge, make your way back. You've got it. Good job, Jack. Hands come down. Plank to downward dog unless you ultimately need a chaturanga. I mean, it's up to you. And then downward. So trying new poses with breath, with awareness, taking the illusion off of the impossible, but still going inward, validating inward, not outward. It doesn't matter if you get the pose or not. It's just about what happens when new things are introduced into your routine. Okay, here we are. Left leg up into the sky. Left foot flat between your hands. Bring your right foot flat between your hands. Inhale, we lift, chair pose. Left knee goes up in front of the belly. Warrior three, send it back. Extend the arms, pull the navel in. Feel sharp and laser focused. Left ankle, right quad, we sink. Keep going. We're gonna go a little out of order here. Hands on the ground. Lift the right heel up, bind those toes around the triceps. And then start with the top of your head on the ground. It's much easier, you guys. Top of the head to the ground. And then see if you can stay bound, right leg up. And then maybe one day the head will lift. Bring the right toe down. Once you're done playing, Kara's like, that's nice, Laura, I'm proud of you. And then go ahead and bring the left foot all the way down. Come into the crouching tiger. Heels down, chair pose. I almost forgot. Yeah, lift up those tushes. Where's my dove? There she is. Hands to the heart. Right elbow outside left thigh. Good. Keep crouching down. Right palm. Stacked or fingertips down. You can stay on your balls of your feet or heels down. Left arm goes up into the lower back. Option to bind. And then turn the left shoulder open. Where is your breath? Where is your heartbeat? Good. And then unbind. Bring the hands in the front. Palms go flat. Lift up the hips. Gaze goes forward. Hug the muscles into your belly. We're going to jump back to chaturanga. Into a cobra. But then knees come down and take a child's pose. Bring some well-earned lower back release. Close your eyes. And let the release permeate your denser physical body. Your denser physical body that is very much talking to you. Listen to it. Understand it. Don't fight it. Just be there to witness it like that movie that you're watching from a third or a second party view. Good. From child's pose, we're gonna lift all the way up to tabletop and come to standing on the knees. We're gonna introduce a back bend and kind of move that body, opening up for yet another pose. Okay, inhale, lift your arms. Keep them up here, and then exhale, just lift the heart space up. Posterior pelvic tilt here. Push the tailbone forward. I know Jackie loves this too, like I do. Until your hips feel like they're against the wall and trying to like leave an imprint in the wall. And then I want you to reach your hand back. Keep your butt moving forward, and it's only the upper body that opens. Only the upper back. Lift your gaze and hold here. Keep going. Push yourself further. 2 more breaths. Good. And then hands come back down by the hips and come to seated on the heels. Take hero pose. Get your heels out of the way and sit your glutes right between them. Okay, we're going to keep going with these back bends, and then we're going to come back up for the power. So your butt is seated between your heels and you're sinking. I want you to lift your arms all the way up again until you feel that release into your sit bones, and then, ooh, that was too quick. Go until you can't anymore, and then bring your elbows down and lower all the way to the floor into a full thunderbolt pose. And then I want you to squeeze your quadriceps up. Quadriceps up. So Kara, be careful on this one. I know your knees, it might be too much. You could do maybe one leg at a time or standing quadriceps stretch. Good. One more inhale. And then exhale. Press into the elbows. Lift the torso up. Standing on the knees again. Hands to the floor, downward dog. Feel all of that stretch, all of that opening. Good, I'm just making sure we're not freezing. And then we're gonna integrate a whole lot of this together. Seeing where it takes us individually. Lift the right leg up to the sky. Step the right foot flat between your hands. Ujjayi, inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, press hands to the floor. Left leg up, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Left knee up in front of the chest, inhale. Warrior 3, left leg back, exhale. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands to the heart, exhale. Left elbow outside the right thigh, turn. Sink lower. Open up the arms. Right hand to the lower back. Stack the shoulders and hold. Good. So there is a bind opportunity here, but this isn't until like way further serious, where this left arm can go all the way around to the outside of the left hip. You could bind outside the left hip. I'm nowhere near there, but if you are, by all means, noose yourself up. Inhale, back up, chair pose. Right ankle, left quad, and sink. Good, hands come flat. We're gonna come into the ball of the left foot. Play with that activation, big activation of bandha here. Left leg goes up. Left leg back. Right leg back. We're gonna add something, pause. Turn toward the outer edges of the left and right feet. Lift the right arm. Plank. Anybody there? There we go. Holding side plank. Good. Did we freeze? Froze. I'm gonna wait for you guys to hold. Unfreeze. Oh, there we are. Side plank. Good. I got to make sure I didn't lose you. Oh, that's way too damn long. Are we back? Kara, we're there. All right. Side plank. There we go. Okay, we're going to bring the right hand down. Chaturanga. Cobra, downward dog. Did you guys see my flying? That was the best I've ever done that pose. I'm so happy. Good. Now we're going to switch it up. Everything on the other side. Find your ujjayi breath. that's like almost like an internal calming tick tock. It's like a meter, right? Tick tock to kind of bring everything to center. Left leg goes up into the sky, please. Left foot exhales flat between your hands. Inhale, the right leg goes all the way up, standing splits. Exhale, the nose comes down. The inhale brings the right knee up in front of the chest. Hands over your head. The exhale brings you into standing on one leg. Take an extra breath. Good. Bring the right foot right beside the left foot, chair pose, sink. And then hands to the heart center. Good. Right elbow, here we go. Outside the left thigh. Sink and lift the heels up. Open up the arms. Left hand to the lower back. Knowing that one day there is a bind of noose around the outside of the right hip. Rotate or unbind. Hands come all the way back up. Push into that chair pose again. Left ankle onto the quad. Activate bandha, which means big arch in your left foot. Hands come flat. Lift the right heel, play with your balance. Hug the belly and the fire. Don't let go of the tricep. And then fire it up. Right leg up and then back. Plank. Rotate to the outer edges. Side plank. You're facing the left wall. Left hand comes down. Chaturanga. Cobra. Good. Tabletop. Standing on the knees. Camel. Inhale. Upper back opens. This time, with the hips reaching forward, the heart lifting high, make your way to your heels. Okay, hold here. We're gonna add on. Walk your hands, if possible, off of the feet so the palms come flat outside of the hands, and you keep pushing. And if you still have more, I'm gonna come forward a little bit, you lower down to your forearms. And then the head, top of the head comes to the ground. All the way to the down. Butt is up, butt is up. Elbows and forearms down. 2 more breaths. And then you push into your elbows. Lift all the way up. Come up, downward dog. Breathe into the quads, the front of the legs, the back of the legs. Lift the right leg up to the sky. Bring the right foot flat in between your hands. We've got 2 more circuits, you guys. We've got this. Lift the left leg up, standing splits. Fold, nose to the knee. Inhale, left knee up in front of the chest, hands over your head. Warrior 3, send it back. Good. Ball mount, crescent lunge, bring it low. Chair pose, we're stepping forward. Hands to the center, twist to the right. Open up deeper than you thought was possible. Come low to the ball mounts. This time, bring your hands down flat. Coming into side crow pose. Side crow pose, both elbows into the legs. Lifting up. Good. And then pressing back into that feet on the ground position. Push the heels to the floor, lift up chair, we're almost there. Right ankle, left quad. Hands to the floor. Flying pigeon pose, come on, you got this. Ooh. Bring it back, right leg back. Roll to the outer left edges of the feet, right hand open. Body straight, hell yeah. Right hand over the ear. Good, we're gonna vary it up a little bit here, so pause. Bring the right foot flat behind the left leg. Wild thing, open up. Right foot flat, hips high. Reach the hand down, full wheel. All the way up. What did she do? Full wheel. 5 breaths, full wheel. Good. Come on, Jack, you got this. Good. And then we're gonna come all the way out of full wheel to plank pose. to chaturanga, cobra, and downward. Get yourself back together. We got one more side to do with this intensity, with this focus, with this vital, fierce force made of pure energy to fill the denser body up with more of an understanding and control of body and mind, and that they are not separate. They are together. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Left foot flat between your hands. Inhale, lift the arms. I'm shaking, I don't know about y'all. Holy sugar balls. Hands come down. Right leg up to the sky. Nose to the knee. Right knee up in front of the belly. Stand up. Good. Fierce pose, warrior three. Shoulders back, belly tight, focus on. Chair pose, bring it down. Hands to the heart. Twisting to the left, please. Elbow outside the thigh. Make the rotation in order to find balance. Bring yourself to understand the connection of the middle of the body, offering strength in the external reaching sides of the body. Side crow, hands flat. Elbows into the side of the leg and the hip. Lift up the feet, balance. Hold. Good, feet come down. Good job. Come back to the middle. Lift yourself up, chair. You're all with me, I'm so happy. Left knee up, ankle goes across. Hands come flat. Hug like hell the right tricep. Get low, find the middle strength so that you can reach out farther. Whoa. Right leg back, left leg back. Chaturanga, cobra. Ooh, we're gonna go back up plank. Rotate to the outer edge of the feet. I almost forgot, left arm up. Please bring left foot flat, outside the right thigh. Open up upper back. Stay here or keep turning. Full wheel pose. Pressing into the front of the body. 5 breaths. Nice. 3, 4. Unrotate through wild thing. Through plank. Chaturanga again. Cobra, please come, downward dog, last one. 5 breaths, downward dog. But do it like it's its first. Do it like it's the first time you're doing downward dog. Appreciate the drip running down your nose. Appreciate the layer melting off of you that kind of keeps you armored. Break it all off, let it in. Good, bend your knees. Look between your hands. Hop, let's go, all the way up. Good. Fold and rise, mountain pose. And I want you to bring the hands by your sides and come back to mountain pose. Tuck that tailbone in. Bring your heart forward, shoulders back, navel in. Feel unwavering. Feel clear and concise. Breathe into your third eye. With your eyes closed, breathe into that intellect, that inner awareness, that intuition, the Vija Annamaya Kosha, the deeper still lies in another body comprised of complete intellect, no longer consumed by the body of what you can do, instead with a steady awareness, free from yourselves of any unhealthy thoughts and actions, complete self-control, self-perseverance, and self-validation. No need for validation elsewhere. It's already there within you. Take 3 breaths. Believe it with everything you've got. Good. And from this center knowing, there you expand your arms all the way up over your heads. Raise your gaze up to the hands, to the heavens, to the sky. One last chair, fierce pose. And then hands come down. We're going to go up through an inversion now. So any inversion, I'm going to go through headstand. If you want tripod, there is a new tripod headstand. A lot of people have stopped teaching it because people aren't doing it properly and hurting their necks. If you have a compromised neck, you guys, I don't know if I would do it on a video camera, to be honest. But if you're safe, you've got a wall and you want to do it, by all means, go for it. Just make sure you stay in strong. So whichever you choose, though, I want you to do it from the center with your legs together. Don't do one leg up and then the other. We're going to keep trying that. I know Vic knows what I'm talking about here. So I'm going to go through headstand. So I'm going to bring my, you know what, I'll go this way so that I don't lose you guys. So I'm going to go with my forearms down. I'm going to lace my hands together and make like a little nest. And it's not about strength, you guys. It's just body awareness. It's finding your middle with softness and compassion instead of beating it out of yourself, which is what I tend to do. It's the craziest thing. So pinky side down, hairline down, lift the hips up, and then find that middle to where you feel like your butt is right in line with your head and that your feet just float up effortlessly. When you're ready to come down, make yourself down and take a child's pose. Nice, Kara. Nice. So Kara, what I could see, which I really liked, your butt was stacked like right over where it should be instead of it staying backwards, and you got it parallel. Until your butt stacks over your head, inversions just don't happen. And I heard it 1,000 times. It just never sunk in. It's that relationship, a hip over your head, just like in that the Tadasana, right? So take a child's pose, but that was really nice, everybody. Bring your forehead or your third eye, that intuition, to the mat. Be super soft on your shoulders. And just feel that pure joy that likes to hide sometimes really deep. But it shares the same shape. And if you allow yourself to kind of just touch it, using the parts of the body, the Anamaya Kosha, the physical body that we're so much more familiar with and comfortable with, see if you can take that kosha into feeling that delight, that bliss, that contentment of what you did do. Don't let it fluctuate. Don't let it swim. Stay in your cone of happiness. Good. And then please lift up into tabletop. And let's twist it out to neutralize this pretzel we've created within our body to only allow it to feel even more loose and free. We're going to bring the right hand under and just simply thread the needle. Let the right shoulder get heavy. Any variation here that you want. I was given a cue once by one of my teachers, Caesar, who said to hug the right shoulder in towards the knee and the knee into the shoulder without actually moving it, to still keep that focus in the middle of the body, that fire of the body, so that you don't completely let go. It's very easy to let go, to focus and then get so tired of focusing that you lose sight of your goal. Your goal right now is to stay focused and concentrated in your practice, and to practice and build your concentration, to bring yourself to a deeper understanding of your relationship with your body, your mind, and yourself. Creating a memory of your body, of being of strength, of achieving, and of bliss. Please rotate other side. Same thing, left arm goes under, temple comes down. Armpits get air. And I still will never forget that cue I read a while back in my book of yoga therapy, that it said that with the armpits get air, the body can breathe because your traps, your tense muscles relax. Your lungs get more air, room to expand, and the diaphragm with ease goes up and down. Imagine you can see the diaphragm lowering on the inhale And then exhale it rising. It's kind of opposite of what you think. That muscle located right beneath the lungs. Inhale, watch it fall. Exhale, feel it rise. Kind of disrupting that wearing away of the mind, that it likes to go in different directions. Bring it back to center. Good. And then unravel, please. Bring yourself to tabletop. Please bring the right knee behind the right wrist and make your way into pigeon pose. Softening, healing all throughout the body. Right, you're super loose. So I wouldn't be surprised if your body can just melt like butter flat. I know mine feels like butter. Silky and able to release and let go of all of its restraints. Allow it to let go. Break the illusions that you can't anymore permeate the body, but you actually can. You can permeate the veil, the illusions, the mayas they're called. And rest here. We're going to take a full minute in pigeon pose. Immediately though, your mind likes to go to the body of the place of most sensation. See if you can bring it somewhere different. Somewhere you don't often think about. See what triggers in the mind when you do that. See if something can rise that makes you kind of smile. Become again aware of your natural breath, the sound of the noises in the room, and begin to lift up the chest. Come into tabletop, shift into child's pose, neutralize once again, taking just 3 short breaths, and then guide yourself back after those sweet short pauses of child's into pigeon on the other side. Sliding the left knee behind the left wrist, bringing that left shin as most horizontal to the front of the mat as you can, and melt, just like butter. Nice, Jack. Nice, Kara. Good. Soften your shoulders. If you even want to turn your head one direction, that's okay. And then look to lengthen the spine. Yeah, so believe it or not, in pigeon pose, it is melting like butter, but your spine is getting a lot of attention here. And that's not always clear, right? Like I said on the first side, it always goes to that hip that's getting stretched and it's telling you I want to come out of it. Don't. Just think of yourself of giving lots of attention to the spine here, feeding your nervous system. And then just like you imagine that diaphragm on the inhale lowering and on the exhale rising. See if you could bring it to another point of awareness. Trigger your mind somewhere else, somewhere along the spine. Maybe following it up the spine with the breath and down the spine. Bringing any visual to the mind right now that brings you closer to peace, to stillness. Soothing, very soothing. Invite this lightness, this letting go, for just 4 more breaths. Going deeper inward now. Good. And then slowly lifting yourself up, beautiful dub. Taking a tabletop into child's pose. And then when you're ready to shift onto your spine, and just let it go into Shavasana, please make your way into Shavasana. To the most subtle part of the body. Take up as much space as you'd like. To allow yourself to melt and to allow to be revealed your truest self. In yoga, we call this the Atman. Discovering that each layer is believed to bring you to an individual closeness or oneness with the universe and to your true self. One breath at a time. Having gone through layer by layer by layer, until all that's left is complete bliss. Breathe with sacred breath into your chest. Breathe with sacred breath into the left side of your chest. Welcome that love, that openness, and that acceptance with the left side of your chest. All encompassing, all accepting, nurturing. Breathing in fully, breathing out fully. In a state of being fully connected now, shift onto the right side of the chest. The heat that you've created within the body, the heat that wants you to do more. Where your mind truly becomes mind over matter. Where you logically hold this space for yourself and know that it is possible. Feel this association now with the left and the right side of the chest, merging now into one. A full connection. And even somewhere deeper now into the sacred place in your chest, something else emerges out. Something even brighter and lighter. And it lifts your heart naturally, without force. Rest everything here. Taking a minute to self-reflect, a mindful minute to pave the way for the rest of your day. Feeling a healthy relationship now with your body, your mind, your practice. Sending love from the toes, up over the legs, acceptance over the hips, acceptance, compassion over the chest and the heart, opening and release of the shoulders, intuition, mind open through the crown of the head. Inhale, love. Inhale, relationship of body and mind. And hold yourself in this complete bliss, contentment. When you're ready, bring your knees in towards your chest, please. Hold yourself nice and tight for a moment in the fetal position. Feeling accomplished already, so early in the day. Coming to one side of your mat. Your body, your mind, blissfully content, lifting all the way up to a seated position. back to where we started with the breath, in and out through the nose. But this time, bringing your hands to your heart, feeling something here that maybe wasn't so easy to feel before, to hear before. All of this patience you've cultivated, nothing too overwhelming, all accepted. Thank you for practicing. Namaste.